Picture this. You finally find the perfect car. Or, hey, maybe you're applying for a mortgage on a new home. You sit down with the lender, you're feeling totally confident. And then they look at their screen and their face just drops. Suddenly, boom, you're rejected for the loan. Or even worse, you're offered an interest rate that's just shockingly high. And honestly, the most frustrating part, you have absolutely no idea why. If you've ever been in that position, I want you to know you are definitely not alone. Look, credit scores can feel confusing, right? They're intimidating. Sometimes it feels like some secret code banks use just to make our lives harder. But today, we're going to demystify the whole shebang. We'll look at the research, break it down step by step, and show you exactly what's helping or secretly hurting your score. Section 1. What is a credit score? Okay, let's dive into this and see what this mysterious 3-digit number actually measures. At its core, your credit score is basically just a summary of your financial reputation. It exists for one simple reason: to tell lenders how likely you are to pay them back, based entirely on your past behavior. Think of it like a GPA, but for your money. It strips away all the messy, complex details of your life and just hands the banks a quick, easy snapshot of your reliability. Now, a huge point of confusion is how checking your score actually affects it. According to Equifax, there are 2 types of checks. The first is a soft inquiry. This is what happens when you check your own score. It's totally safe, and no, it will never hurt your credit. But the second type is a hard inquiry. This happens when you actively apply for new credit, like a car loan or a credit card. The lenders are doing a real deep dive into your file, and these hard inquiries, they actually will drop your score slightly. Section 2. What actually affects your score? Let's look at the key factors here. You know, it's incredibly reassuring to learn that derogatory marks, the bad stuff on your report, are really just temporary scars. Data from consumer protection attorneys at R23 Law outlines exactly how long these scars actually last. A hard inquiry, that stays on your report for 2 years, but its impact on your score drops after just 1 year. And a late payment, that completely falls off after 7 years. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that absolutely nothing is permanent. Even the scariest financial marks, we're talking collections, charge-offs, or bankruptcies, they eventually fade away. A bankruptcy can linger for up to 10 years, sure, but its impact on your score lessens over time. You are never ruined forever. The clock is quite literally always ticking in your favor. Moving on to Section 3, Quiet Credit Score Killers. Let's shift our focus to the hidden traps that damage credit scores, because most people don't even realize these are happening. A massive, hidden killer of your credit score might not even be your fault. Findings from the law firm Heenan & Cook reveal that major errors by the credit bureaus are actually incredibly common. You might have accounts listed that don't even belong to you, or perhaps an on-time payment was wrongly marked as late, or a fully paid account is still showing a huge balance. These simple clerical errors can absolutely tank your score if you aren't paying attention. Another huge trap is a recent trend you've definitely seen online: buy now, pay later, or BNPL. A detailed report from the Bank for International Settlements looked really deeply into this. BNPL heavily targets younger folks who often already have high debt. It lets you split a purchase into 4 easy payments. Sounds like a total lifesaver, right? But here's the catch. These payments usually aren't reported to the bureaus at all. That means paying off that new pair of shoes on time generally does absolutely nothing to help build your credit score. And this beautifully illustrates the danger. While the good payments are hidden, the bad ones, yeah, they are not. If you miss multiple BNPL payments, severe delinquencies can and absolutely will be reported to the credit bureaus. It's basically all risk and zero reward for your credit profile. In fact, the data reveals that BNPL users typically carry much higher debt across all other credit types compared to folks who don't use them. The BIS data gets even more shocking right here. Look at how easily BNPL users fall into debt traps. The failed payment rate for buy now, pay later spikes way higher than traditional credit cards. It's a system that quietly encourages overspending, and that leads to defaults that leave a lasting scar on your credit report. If you're finding this valuable, please subscribe to Wealth Lab and share this video with your friends and family. It really helps us grow. Section 4. Building strong credit today. Okay, let's bring a massive sigh of relief to this topic. We've talked about the traps. Now let's pivot to simple, practical habits. Let's look at how you can empower yourself and improve your credit score, starting this month. Step 1 is to know exactly what's on your file. Just go to annualcreditreport.com and get your free reports. Step 2 is to dispute any errors you find in writing. And step 3, well, if you actually made a mistake and missed a payment, you can simply write your lender and request a goodwill adjustment. Honestly, if you've been a good customer, they'll often just delete the late mark. You literally just have to ask. And please remember, the law is literally on your side here. The Fair Credit Reporting Act is a federal law that demands credit bureaus keep accurate info. If they refuse to fix an error on your report, consumer protection attorneys can use this act to sue them. And the best part? The law requires the credit reporting agency to pay your legal fees if you win, so it costs you absolutely nothing out of pocket to fight back. So the crucial point is this. Building a stellar score isn't magic. It's just consistent, kind of boring habits. Pay every single bill on time, check your free credit report once a year to catch those hidden errors, limit how often you apply for new credit to avoid those hard inquiries, and for sure, steer clear of the hidden debt traps of buy now, pay later apps. You now have the knowledge to completely take control of your financial reputation. It doesn't have to be this intimidating monster anymore. So I'll leave you with this question to act on right now. What is the very first error you're going to look for when you pull your credit report tonight? Thank you for joining us today. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to Wealth Lab. We'll see you in the next one.